Prince Harry, our favorite ginger rebel, has just been cleared of bullying allegations at his own charity. But here's the kicker. He's lost control of the very organization he created to honor his mother's memory. We're talking about a full-blown hostile takeover that's left Harry devastated and in shock. And the best part? This explosive drama literally concluded just 3 days ago. So grab your biscuits, because this tea is scalding hot. Welcome back to Royal Cookies, where we serve up the juiciest royal gossip with a side of heart-wrenching humanity. Please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. Now, to understand why this scandal is hitting Harry harder than a cricket bat to the crown jewels, we need to rewind to 2006. Picture this, a young Prince Harry, fresh off a gap year in Lesotho, co-founding Sentebale with Prince Seeiso of Lesotho. The name means forget-me-not, Diana's favorite flower. Absolutely heartstring-tugging stuff, right? For nearly 2 decades, this charity has been Harry's pride and joy, his way of channeling Diana's humanitarian spirit while helping vulnerable children in southern Africa affected by HIV/AIDS. We're talking about Harry's life work here, folks. The man has poured his heart, soul, and probably a fair chunk of his inheritance into this cause. Sentebale wasn't just another royal photo-op charity. This was Harry getting his hands dirty, literally sleeping in huts, playing with kids who had nothing, and using his platform for genuine good. It's been his North Star through every scandal, every family drama, every Harry's gone rogue headline. When the press called him a party prince, he pointed to Sentebale. When they questioned his commitment after Megxit, he pointed to Sentebale. But every fairy tale needs a villain, and enter stage left, Dr. Sophie Chandorka, a lawyer who joined as chairman in 2023 and promptly turned Harry's happy place into what sources are calling a hostile takeover. Dr. Sophie Chandorka, remember that name because she's either the most misunderstood charity executive in Britain or the woman who just pulled off the corporate equivalent of stealing candy from a prince. Appointed as chairman in 2023, Chandorka seemed like the perfect fit. Accomplished lawyer, African heritage, passionate about the cause. What could possibly go wrong? According to sources close to the situation, and when I say sources, I mean people so deep in the royal circle they probably know what Harry had for breakfast, tensions began brewing almost immediately. We're talking about a classic clash of old guard versus new management, with Harry representing the founding vision and Chandorka pushing for, well, nobody's entirely sure what she was pushing for, but it wasn't sitting well with the Sussex squad. The drama reached fever pitch in February 2025 when complaints started flying to the UK Charity Commission faster than you can say constitutional crisis. Both sides were throwing accusations around like confetti at a royal wedding, except instead of celebration, we had allegations of bullying, harassment, and, brace yourselves, misogyny and misogynoir. And just when you think this story couldn't get more explosive, Harry did the unthinkable. Something that would make his grandmother roll in her grave and probably had his father reaching for the gin. March 2025. A date that will live in royal infamy. Prince Harry, the man who stuck by this charity through thick, thin, and every tabloid scandal imaginable, announced he was stepping down as patron of Sentebale. Not quietly, not diplomatically, but with a statement dripping with barely contained fury. Harry and Prince Seeiso released a joint statement saying they were truly heartbroken, but felt they had no choice but to resign following their dispute with Chandorka. Think about that for a moment. Harry chose to abandon his mother's legacy rather than work with this woman. That's not just dramatic, that's nuclear. But Harry didn't go down alone. Oh no, this was a full-scale exodus that would make Moses proud. Multiple trustees jumped ship alongside their patron, creating what insiders described as a catastrophic breakdown at the heart of Sentebale. We're talking about a charity civil war where the founders were essentially being frozen out of their own organization. Sources, and these are people who've been with Harry since his wild child days, described him as being in shock. This is a man who's faced down Taliban fighters, survived his mother's death in the global spotlight, and weathered the storm of leaving the royal family. But losing Sentebale? That broke him. Here's where things get absolutely mental. After Harry and his allies resigned, Chandorka didn't just wave goodbye and wish them well. Oh no, she went nuclear. She formally accused Prince Harry of orchestrating, and I quote, bullying and harassment at scale designed to force her out of her position. Let that sink in. A charity chairman was accusing a prince of the realm of systematic workplace bullying. This wasn't just throwing shade. This was launching a full-scale atomic bomb at Harry's reputation. We're talking allegations of misogyny, harassment campaigns, and coordinated efforts to undermine her authority. Chandorka essentially painted Harry as the villain in his own charity's story, the patron who couldn't handle a strong woman challenging his vision and resorted to bullying tactics to maintain control. It was character assassination at its finest, and it hit Harry where it hurts most: his work ethic and his treatment of others. Meanwhile, Harry's camp was firing back with their own version of events, painting Chandorka as someone who had orchestrated a hostile takeover of their life's work. Sources close to Harry described feeling devastated and blindsided by what they saw as an attempt to steal the charity from its founders. August 5, 2025, mark your calendars, because this is the day the UK Charity Commission delivered their verdict, and it was spicier than a vindaloo at 2 a.m. After months of investigation, they cleared Harry of the most serious allegations. No evidence of widespread or systemic bullying, harassment, misogyny or misogynoir. The prince was officially vindicated. You'd think Harry would be doing victory laps around Montecito, right? Wrong. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to know if you're Team Sophie or if you think I'm seeing green where there's just good fashion sense. If you're obsessed with royal strategy and environmental impact like I am, make sure you're subscribed to Royal Cookies because we're serving up the most sustainable royal content on YouTube.